Hello and welcome to Monday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where juggler Michael Lefkowitz has done it again. We had Minesweeper, didn't we? A week or so ago, which was an incredible looking puzzle, and now we've got Space Invaders. This is just astonishing. It's actually, for some reason, when I loaded it, I thought it was a 6x6 Sudoku, but I have actually realised it's a 9x9 Sudoku. And I don't know, many of you might not be old enough, but I can remember Space Invaders in the arcades when it first came out. And what a revolution it was. I mean, now you look at it and it's incredible, isn't it? The sorts of games we have nowadays. But this is where basically it all started. And lots of you have recommended this. I've had a quick look at the rules. They're astonishingly sort of real. You know, we actually have to, destroy the Space Invaders, and we can imagine them coming down the screen. Anyway, I will read the rules of this, which carries a 99% approval rating on Logic Masters and a 2 stars out of 5 difficulty rating in a moment or two's time. And just, I would wholly commend that you have a go at it. But this was the Minesweeper. TalkingFredish and Michael made this one, and look how beautiful that is as well. I really loved solving that one. Anyway, we'll read the rules of this in a moment or two's time. Once I've put my teeth back in, I will be able to tell you about other things that are going on. Firstly, we are streaming tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going back to the Blueprints Mansion. We've left it on something of a cliffhanger to do with the antechamber. I don't know what it's going to mean, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Love to have your company if you're free. I'll try and remember to put a link on the screen. Oh, yes. Over on Patreon, we have got our new Sudoku Hunt competition running. It started on the 1st of January. This was the state of play as of yesterday. So 1,153 solves of the first puzzle. If I click reload, does that do it? 1,257, 250. That's like Steve McQueen in The Great Escape. 256 solvers of the whole thing. Absolutely brilliant work to all those of you who have managed to solve all 13 puzzles. Do check it out if you haven't had a go at it already. It's over on Patreon right now. Do I have a? Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of a teaser there. And yeah, that's what's going on over on Patreon. Now, I've got 2 birthdays to do today. Let me look at my list. Con, it's your birthday today. I know this because your girlfriend, I think it's Janilla. I think Janilla's in Berlin, but I'm not sure where Con is, because I know that the two of them have been in a long-distance relationship for 10 years. My goodness, well done you. And they both solve a puzzle together, but I'm not sure if they're in the same location. On Sundays, they'll do a couple of puzzles, I think, from the channel. So thank you very much for watching. Janilla wanted me to let you know that she loves you. And I think she's quite grateful that you introduced her to Cracking the Cryptic. And so am I, my friend. And so am I. Con, I hope you have a great birthday today. With of course, a large slice of heavily iced chocolate cake. And the other birthday is for Liam. Liam, it's your birthday, and I know this because Alicia wrote in and wanted me to wish you a happy birthday from her, obviously, and also from your 2-year-old son, Alistair. And this reminded me of these. One of my favourite pictures we've ever had on the channel. I remember announcing Alistair's birth, and this was the picture that accompanied it. Isn't it absolutely fantastic? Now, this is 2 years later, and we've got this picture. Big Ben in the background, Alistair getting a bit bigger. Anyway, isn't that fantastic? I love things like that. Anyway, Alistair, sorry, not Alistair, it's Liam's birthday. Alistair is too young to know. But no, Alistair, 2 years old. Alistair will know exactly about his daddy's birthday. Liam, I hope you have a great birthday today, and I hope that the chocolate cake is mighty fine. And I think that's all the news. Right, I'm looking forward to having a go at this. Let's have a look at Space Invaders and see what Michael has got in store for us. Let me just double check we can see the puzzle, which we seem to be able to do. The rules of this one are as follows. We have got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9. Oh, yeah, goodness. The digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by... Oh, goodness, I can't highlight them. Through every 3 by 3 box. There we are. Invaders. Each invader sums to 10 with a digit in some orthogonally adjacent cell. Right, so imagine that that was a 6. Then these cells would be... one of those cells would have to be a 4. Because this 6 must sum to 10 with an orthogonally adjacent cell, which means a cell that this 6 shares an edge with. It's weird, actually, the way the cursor works in this in these graphics. Now, we've then got difference bombs. Digits connected by a sort of lightning sign, so like this one, always have the same difference. Okay, so imagine the difference was 2, and imagine this was a 5. If this was a 5, and the difference on all these lightning strikes was 2, then this would be 3, or it would be 7. And that's that rule. And then we've got turrets. Strategically place 3 turrets into cells in the bottom row. Hang on, let me just colour that. What does that... Oh, I see. They do sort of look like... they do look like turrets. Okay, so we've got to put turrets into the bottom row. Each turret has as many missiles as the digit in its cell. Right, so imagine that was an 8. That would mean that that has 8 missiles. And okay, and the turret can pivot to fire them upwards or diagonally. Right, so if this was an 8, it could fire... Oh, have I managed to pick the... Oh, no, it's going to get something. Yeah. Or maybe the way to do it is to use this thing. That might be better. So it could fire in that direction, and that direction, I think. Okay, a turret can destroy an invader on a digit n by shooting it n times. Okay, so imagine that this cell was 5. Then this could fire 5 missiles, 5 of its 8 missiles at the Space Invader and destroy it. Each invader is only attacked by 1 turret. Okay, so this one, if there was a turret here, this one here, this Space Invader, oh, let's make that bigger then. Let's make that 6. So either this could be destroyed by this turret or this turret, but not a combination of the 2 turrets. So it couldn't be fired at twice by this one and 3 times by that one, I think. And all invaders must be destroyed. Well, of course they must. Of course they must. This is Space Invaders after all. Let me get rid of the... I wonder if the score goes up. Oh, wouldn't that be great? Oh, I can't click on the score, actually. So maybe they have put some sort of graphics in that's going to make our score go up when we kill the invaders. Anyway, do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. Right, how on earth do you start this then? It's 3 turrets, isn't it? So 3 turrets in these cells somehow, some way. Okay, well, they've got to... Yeah, okay, so we're going to have to find some arrangement that can at least hit all the invaders. So, I mean, this looks a good spot, doesn't it? Because that would be able to hit 4 there straight away. And it would hit that one and that one. Actually, that spot looks really good. I think this spot is a bit less efficient. How many... Yeah, hang on. Right, so what we should firstly work out is what's the total of missiles that the turret needs as a minimum. Because there is going to be some minimum, those digits all have to be different. So that's, if we populated these with 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's 10. 10 missiles are required to kill at least those Space Invaders. Then these would be another, if these were 1, 2, 3, that would be another 6. So we're up to 16. Those are in the same column. Hang on, let me just tick those off. So we've thought about these. 16. 19. Oh no, this is fine. This is perfect. Right. Okay, this is what we need to do. Right. So what I've just said is that I could, by filling the purple digits with the absolute minimum I could in each case, I would achieve a 16 total. Now, if these were a 1-2 pair, that's another 3. If these were a 1-2 pair, that's another 3. So we're now at 6 plus 16, which is 22. And these I could keep down to 1 each. Now, if I did that, that means that my turrets at the bottom, the minimum number of missiles they need to fire to kill all the Space Invaders, assuming the Space Invaders had the very minimum digits in them, would be 24. But I can't make 3 different digits in the bottom row add up to more than 24, because 7, 8, and 9 do add up to 24. So we must be looking at a minimum for the Invaders. So this is quite important, isn't it? So these ones are 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones are 1, 2, 3. That is a 1, which means this is a 2. This is a 1. This is a 2, because this is a 1, 2, 3 triple. Okay, here we go. We can keep going with this. That's 2. That's 1. Neither of these is now 1. Neither of these is a 2. And we can probably go further, he says, looking hopeful. Let's get rid of the colouring as well. I think the colouring is otiose at this point. Although it looks a lot more barren now, doesn't it? How do we do these digits in the middle? Can I not do those? 1 and 2 in column 5 are restricted. Because 1 and 2 are always in these congregations of digits, so we can't put 1s and 2s in those cells in the column. And we can't put them here, so that's a 1-2 pair. Now, can we do... Yeah, we can do the same thing down here, look. Where are 1 and 2 in box 7? Sudoku just tells us. Okay, oh, this is good. This is good, because therefore these are not turrets, are they? Because we know that the turrets, wherever we plonk them in the bottom row, are 7, 8, and 9. So these are not turrets, so I'm going to have a colour for that. Now, so I need to put 7, 8, and 9 in the bottom row in such positions where they can kill all the Space Invaders. How on earth do we choose that then? So, okay, what about thinking, are these too high to be got at diagonally? Yeah, here we go. This is the one to focus on. this, whatever this is, row 2, column 7 Space Invader, you can't hit it diagonally. The diagonal doesn't reach it. So we must hit it with a vertical turret. So this is definitely a turret. And we know that that's a 7, 8 or 9. And that turret is going to hit, it's going to hit lots of things actually. It's going to hit actually no, it's not as many as I thought. It's hitting all of those. Let me just double check that. Is that all it's hitting? It's definitely hitting the ones in its column. It's definitely hitting that one. And on that diagonal, no, it's only hitting 2. Okay. So that's presumably a little bit important. So how many is it actually hitting here now? It's hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And whatever that digit is. So that digit can't be a 4 anymore. That would make it too big for this. This would have to be at least a 10. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That logic's wrong. Sorry, I've just realised what's going to happen here. I was thinking about putting a turret here to hit this one. And I've realised if I did put a turret there, it could shoot this one as well. So it's not necessarily the case that this one, this turret in the bottom row, definitely shoots this one. It might do, but it might not do. Ah, that's tricky. Okay, so there must be... So is this one, is that going to be a turret to get that one up in row 2, column 2? If that's a turret, it's getting those two, that one. No. Wow. Okay, that's really cool. It's brilliant, this. I mean, the imagination to come up with something like this it's so startling, isn't it? It just is. Right, I don't think that is a turret. Because if it was a turret, it's going to hit exactly those Space Invaders. And that might look fine, but it's not. Because we've got one turret then left to place that has to hit that turret, or hit this Space Invader, and this Space Invader. Oh no, that one could. I'm wrong. Okay, but, well, alright, that doesn't work either though. Okay, so I think there is still a problem with this being a purple. I've still got all of these Space Invaders to hit with one more turret. You can almost do it actually with this one. That would hit 3 of them, but it wouldn't hit that one. This one would hit those 2, but not these 2. I better just be careful here. I don't think you can. No, I'm not. I think it's impossible. So I think purple, or not purple, but this is an unturreted cell. So let's make it yellow. I mean, I really want to. You see, if I put one there, it's super. It gets all those and those 2 as well. Yes, okay, it might have to be that, because I can see that these 2 cells would then hit all the Space Invaders. Oh, I know how to do it. Right, this one can't be got by that one anymore. This row 9, column 2 was not sufficient for a turret. So how do you ever hit this one? We're going to have to hit it. This is definitely a turret. So that's hitting this one, these 2, and loads on the diagonal. Yeah, so this is where it's going to get tricky, because these 2 could be hit by either this one or this one, but we know that's a 7, 8 or 9 now. How do we hit that one? That's going to have to be a diagonal. Oh, well, that's what we thought. Yeah, we thought it might be this one, didn't we? This one here. Now this one is hitting all of those Space Invaders. I mean, the colours are fantastic. They're just fantastic. Right, what does this mean? What does this mean? So some of them... Oh, yeah, the blue one the blue one hits that one, and that one. That's 5 are definitely hit by this, because nothing else can hit these 3. And that, oh, hang on, this one. Hang on, I'm wrong. I'm wrong again. I can't see. This one here is also only hittable by the blue turret. So, 5, 8. So this can't be 7. It must be at least 8. And in fact, yeah, each invader is only shot at by 1 turret. So this one now can't be shot by the blue turret, because the blue turret is definitely shooting this one, this one, this one, and this one. And that's 8 bullets at least it must fire. So if it shot that one as well, that would be 10 bullets. So this one actually is green then. It's only shot by this one. And if... hang on, let me just check. No, I'm wrong. That's okay, isn't it? 4 in column 6 is in those cells, so it's not in those 2 cells. So I've now no, I was going to say 2 in box 5, but that's not, no, that doesn't do it. I mean, I know it's in one of those 2. So the purple one in the corner shoots 1, 2, 3, at least 4, 5 here. But then we just don't know. If this was a 3... Oh no, that's okay. Sorry, that would be a... No, that would be okay. That would be okay. 1 plus another 4 is 5, plus another 4 is 9, and that would work. Okay, this one, row 6, column 6, is not blue now. Because one of these is a 4, this would be at least 1 plus 4, which is 5, added on to 5, and that would make this 10. So that one is not blue. That one is purple. And now purple is hitting 1, 2, 3, 4 for definite, possibly 5, possibly 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, that could still be a 1 though. 6. Ow, bobbins. This is tricky, actually. I'm not sure what to do here. It's very difficult to... It's very difficult to know how to... What have I missed a rule here? Oh! Yes, I have. Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. Each invader sums to 10 with a digit in some orthogonally adjacent cell. Okay, so that one is a 1. So it must have a 9 in one of those cells to sum up to 10. So neither of these turrets can be 9 now, and the 9 in the bottom row is placed, which means that, yeah, this is a 4. Because we've worked out that the blue turret only shoots those four Space Invaders. So that is a 4. That's done remarkably little. And and we know there's a 9 in one of those 3. It can't be here because of the 7, 8, 9 triple in the bottom row. And oh, lovely, lovely. Look at this one. This is a Space Invader. It's a 2, so orthogonally adjacent to it, in order to sum to 10, it needs an 8. Where are we putting the 8? We can't put it here, because this is a 7, 8 pair. So we must put the 8 there. This one needs a 7 or a 9 in an adjacent cell. Well, the only cell available is that one, and it can't be a 9. So that's a 7, that's a 3, that's a 1. This 1 is a Space Invader. It needs a 9 next to it, which is going to have to be there. That's on a zigzag. 1 in box 5 is now placed. So I've got a 2-3 pair. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, if it's okay. That's not a 9 anymore. I'm going to join up my Space Invaders with the cells that they're actually making 10 with, just so I don't miss one. That one's... Okay, what about this one? Yeah, look at this too. Where's it getting an 8 from? It can't get it here or here because there's a 7-8 pair in its box. So it must get it above it. That's 8. That's fixing. This is 7. This is 8. This is a fabulous puzzle. It's fabulous. Now, surely we can work out which Space Invaders are getting shot now. So 7 here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, at least 5 before I get... No, I don't know. That could be 3, 1, or that could be 2 and being shot by green. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. Oh no, it's the same problem. How am I ever going to disambiguate these? I presume I do have to. Oh, I know how it'll happen. These will get disambiguated. And then that will have an effect on what these ones can hit in this box. Good grief. So we're going to have to work more on box 5, I think. All right, that's fine, though. That's fine. Right, this Space Invader needs a 9 attached to it. That's going to have to be there. Let's join it up. So 9... I don't quite know how to do that, actually. These digits are a 4, 5, 6 triple. And now I don't know what to do. There's got to be a 9 next to this one. So that's in one of 2 places by Sudoku. There's got to be an 8 next to that one. There's got to be a 9 next to this one. That can't be here. So there's a 9 in one of 3 places. There's got to be a 9 next to this one, which can't now be above it. So there's a 9 in one of 2 places in box 6. And this one, oh, I don't know. No, I really don't know, actually. And this one needs an 8 or a 7. But that could be here or here on the lightning again. And that one needs an 8 or a 7. But that's got all sorts of options. Okay, so probably we've got to look at the lightning, do we? What was the rule for the lightning? Oh, the lightning difference bomb, I should call it, to give its correct title. Digits connected by lightning always have the same difference. So, okay, well, it's not a tiny difference anymore. It's not a 1 or a 2 difference because that's a lightning. And this digit can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4, so it's at least 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, hang on, not 7 or 8. 5 or 6 opposite 1 or 2. So the minimum difference is 3. Yeah, okay, that's lovely. That's really important because look here. We've got 3 cells joined by 2 lightnings. So this is a sequence. What does that mean? It means we can't oscillate the sequence. So we know from here the difference is at least 3 because the closest I can get those 2 digits together would be 2 and 5. So let's say there was a 3 difference. What we can't do is something like 3, 6, 3 again. We can't go up and then down because we'll hit the same digit, won't we? And that's really important when we think about whether the difference here could be more than 3. The only way you could have a 4 difference is with the sequence 1, 5, 9, and that's not going to work because we've already got a 1 in the column. We can't have a bigger difference than that. If we had a difference like 6, you could have, I don't know, 3, 9, 15. You can't. The point is you can't go 3, 9, 3 again, can you? So the difference must be 3. And that means this is 2 and this is 5. That's such a beautiful way of sort of helping us to make progress with the puzzle. Now, can that be a 1? This would be a 4. Maybe, actually. Yeah. Yes, I see. Right, but I've just proved the difference has to be 3, so why don't I use that here? I can't use 1 or 2 on this sequence, so it must be 3, 6, 9. That's the only way we can keep the digits within the sort of the perimeter bounded for us by the rules of Sudoku. So the middle digit there is always 6, and these are a 3, 9 pair. And, oh, hang on. Can I make... No, I can't make this one 9, because then I couldn't put a 9 next to this Space Invader. So that's got to be 3. That's got to be 9. That has now filled in this Space Invaders 10 domino. Now, yeah, that's good. That makes this a 9 in box 9, which means I've got another domino. That makes this a 9 in box 6, which means I get another domino. And that's going to be jolly important for the following reason. What about column 7 now? I've not put 4 and 5 in, so they're a pair. Column 5, I've not put 3 in either, actually. Well, this middle digit... Oh, hang on, have I broken the puzzle? No. What's the middle digit of the puzzle? It must be 6, mustn't it? I think it sees all the other digits by Sudoku. So that's a 4. This is a 5, 6 pair. This is a 3. And... Okay, and in box 5 now, although I can't click on it as well as I would normally like to, this is a 7, 8 pair. Oh, I've got a 9 here. Okay, so that's my 9 over on this side of the grid. So let's create an indelible ligature between these two. So 9, oh yeah, there we go. I can put 9 by Sudoku into box 1. I can put 9, but how many 9s have I got? Have I got them all? Yeah, I've got all the 9s out of somewhere. I can do a little bit with 8s, look. Just keep double clicking them and they might improve. 8s in one of these 3 cells. Now, okay, what does this mean? I don't know yet. Probably something. Which Space Invaders have we not given a 10 domino to yet? Oh, that's a 9 on a lightning. So this has got to be a 6. Sorry, that's been available. So that's 6, that's 5, that's 4, that's 5. And presumably... Yeah, there's a sort of modular arithmetic thing going on down here, isn't there? I don't know if that's going to matter. Mark did a puzzle the other day that involved differences of 3 across white dots, I think, in that puzzle. And one thing that was interesting about a 3 difference across dots in that puzzle was, well, there were lots of interesting things. But firstly, you always had a middly digit on the connector. So you always have to have a 4, 5 or a 6 on a difference of 3 from a Sudoku perspective, because obviously you can't attach a 3 and a 7 together, for example, or a 1 and a 3 together. You won't achieve a sufficient difference. So actually, as I look at these 3 lightnings, we know that there's a 4 or a 5 on this one and a 4 or a 5 on this one. And that apparently doesn't matter. It doesn't matter a bean. We also know that each of these are from the same modular sets vis-a-vis mod 3. You can see these 9 and 6 are 0 mod 3. They both are divided by 3 exactly. One of these will be something like, well, it can't be 1, 4 in this case, maybe 4, 7. And then this one would have to be 2, 5, 8 in that instance. Because we can't use 4 from the same modular sets. If you think about the Sudoku numbers, or look at your number pad on your keyboard, we've got 1, 4 and 7 are in one modular set, i.e. they all have a remainder of 1 when divided by 3. 2, 5, 8 all have a remainder of 2 when divided by 3, and 3, 6, 9. So if we tried to put 3 on here, on either of these, we would need a 6 to accompany it. So that's obviously not going to work. So we're going to need, so one of these dominoes is 1, 4, 7. One of them is 2, 5, 8. If this top one was 2, 5, 8, this would be a 5, 8 pair. And then this one would have to be 4, 7 in a very specific order. I don't know, actually. Okay, let's have a look along row 8. I think I've got distracted there. 3 and 7 into these cells. Okay, well, this is lovely. It's a similar point. I can immediately see that I can't put 3 on the lightning, because I'm going to need a digit from the same modular set, which is 6 or 9, and I've already got to use those up. So that's going to have to be 7. That's going to have to be 3. The 7 is going to have to be attached to 4. That's going to have to be an 8 to use our pencil marks. This digit down here is a 5. Let's look at the bottom row. We've not put 3 in. Let's look at row 7, where we've got 5 and 6 to place, I'm going to claim. And at least the Sudoku seems to be holding together. This is now not an 8. So the 8 that's going to be bound to the Space Invader in row 2, column 2 is horizontal, so that's not an 8 anymore. Let's think about column 2 then. What do we need there? We need 4, 6, 7. Oh, nearly. Let's put those in. So 4, 6, 7. That's definitely not 6. That's really interesting. Don't joke. Don't joke about me at parties. I'm a legend at parties. I am literally the most shunned man in Christendom. Yeah, but this 4, 7 is beautiful, isn't it? Because now I want to look at this lightning, and I want to say, what are we putting on it? And I think we have to put on it digits from 2, 5, 8, because the modular set 1, 4, 7 is not available anymore. If we put 4, 7 on here, this cell couldn't exist. We know we can't put 3, 6 and 9 on here, so it has to be 2, 5, 8. We're dealing with differences of 3 between the digits. Now this can't be 8, but this one, that's, I can see one thing that's doing, which is to do with that Space Invader, but let's just come back to that in a second. This is now 1, 4, 7. Yeah, that's great. This is 1, 4, 7 modularity. And again, just to reiterate the point there, if we were going to try and choose digits that were 3 apart, that were from either the 2, 5, 8 set, well, that's going to break these cells. There's going to be 4 2, 5s and 8s in the column. Or the 3, 6, 9 set, well, then there's going to be 4 3, 6s and 9s in the column. It just won't work. So this has got to be from 1, 4, 7. This is snooker maximum. We can see that that's placing 8 in this box over here. So let's tie those together. It's not quite placing 8 in box 4. I suppose the other thing is there must be a 4 on that domino, just as there must be a 5 on this domino, just using our trick about the fact there's always going to be a middly digit involved in the pair. So, yeah, so where's 5 in box 1? It's placed there. And I've got a 1 pencil mark. Is that a legitimate? That is legitimate. This is now 1. So that's got to be 4 to be 3 different. And now this is a 5, apparently. Okay, well, this is good news, actually, because now I've got a 6, 7 pair. No, I'm not going there. I need 3, 6 and 7 in box 1. That's not 6, that's not 7. So I could get a 3 in the corner. Okay. This 1 means I can do my I never fully yellowed the bottom of the grid. I should have done that, shouldn't I? There we go. Those yellow is not a turret. Now this is a 2, so that's got to be a 5, that's got to be an 8. This is now a 7, this is an 8. This column needs, oh, well, it needs 3 and 7. But doesn't this Space Invader have to take the cell above it? I think it does. None of these are going to go with 2 or 3 to make a 10 domino. So this is 3, this is 2. The 2 is going to need an 8, and I think it's going to have to get that from above it, which means this is an 8 by Sudoku. Right, let's tie the Space Invaders together. And hopefully, yeah, look at row 6, 3, 4, and 7 to place. This is it's naked, but it's costing us the 3 in the corner. Okay, this is a 4 now. This is a 7. 4, 7 makes this a 6. We've not put 2 in the box. These digits are a 2, 5 pair, I think. These digits are a 4, 7 pair. Okay. Oh, we must be able to resolve this now. This is a 4 by Sudoku. We've not put 6 and 7 into this box. We've not put 2 into that row. So 2, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 4, 4, 3. There we go. That is oh no, and I haven't finished it, have I? Because I haven't worked out how the turrets work. Right. Yeah. So the purple turret is definitely hitting 6's worth of existing purples. So it must get 2 more. It must hit this turret or this Space Invader to get another 2. So this is definitely green, and hopefully the greens will now add up to 7. 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's just spectacular. My score hasn't gone up. Maybe it will now. Oh no, it didn't go up. That is a brilliant puzzle, isn't it? I mean, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal feat of imagination and execution. Even if you and I had the idea and thought, oh, Space Invaders, could we make that into a Sudoku? I couldn't have executed it with anything like that sort of panache. That's why Michael would be a good person to speak to at parties. Michael, I hope one day to have the pleasure. That was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition and a blueprint stream of Cracking the Cryptic.